YouTube. This is like a mini 1.5 video because I was slightly running out of time for starters, and two, there's not much left to say. I'm pretty much at the end of the episode anyway. So Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 Episode 1, titled Out of Time, Part 1.5, guys. But anyway, they managed to track down everyone. Like, like Rip pretty much sent everyone throughout time because he was planning to make the Wave Rider intercept the atomic bomb and save New York. And Mick was already injured from their previous encounter with Damien Dark, so he wouldn't be able to survive, the teleport throughout time. So that's why he was left on the Wave Rider. Rip just put him in stasis while the Wave Rider pretty much intercepted the bomb and they saved New York. Nate and Mick managed to power up the Wave Rider and travel out through time to save everyone. From what I remember, Sarah was around the Salem witch trials because they were about to hang her for apparently defiling all the women. Good job, Sarah. Obviously Ray was in the Dino Age because he was being chased by a T-Rex, and I love the whole beard look that he had. That was freaking hilarious. I can't really recall where Jefferson and Martin were. All I remember is that they were like little jester people dudes that were trying to entertain this very young person who literally didn't like them anymore and said, "Off with your heads." I know there's a word for it, I just don't know what it is. But they managed to rescue everyone, but they couldn't find any trace of Rip Hunter. And Rip actually was alive enough to actually make a hologram message for the team where he literally says goodbye to them and pretty much passes down the mission to them, saying that they're the best team he's ever had and the best crew he could ever have. And I'm pretty dang sure he's not dead. I mean, if he was, remember he put Mick in stasis, and we saw him have like one last little talk with Gideon, saying, "Gideon, are you there?" And he's like, "Yes, Captain, I'm here." It's like, "You always are." And then all of a sudden we see the Wave Rider intercept the bomb and looked like it exploded, right? But he actually had enough time to record the hologram message, so obviously he survived that blast. But I don't know where he could possibly have gone. I mean, unless he took the little ship out and went somewhere, but I think he's alive. I just don't know where he is, right? And after fixing the events in 1942 and preventing the Nazis from making a nuclear bomb, I thought it was interesting because as they're heading back to the Wave Rider, they are confronted by the Justice Society of America. See, I was so excited by the end of season 1 when I found out that Rex Tyler was around, especially when he mentioned he was from the Justice Society of America. I freaked out like crazy because remember, Justice Society of America, they are literally the golden age superheroes. They were the superhero group before the Justice League. You know what I mean? They're the old timers. They're the ones that started it all. And the fact that they are here is amazing. And I said this before where I ranted about the fact that the reason why they have Justice Society of America in the Arrowverse instead of Justice League is mainly because the movieverse is literally trying to separate itself from the TV verse. They're not like Marvel. You know how Marvel, their show, which is like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's tied into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? It's tied in to the movieverse. I'm not sure about the Netflix Marvel shows, but obviously Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter, they were both tied into the movieverse. But for some reason, DC movies do not want to be tied into the show, which is why they have completely different people. Like, they have a new Flash for the movie, and it's not the Flash that we all know and love in the Arrowverse TV verse. And so they want to keep the movieverse as separate from the TV show world as possible, to the point where the TV verse can't really use the Justice League because Justice League is having their own movie now with their own Flash and stuff like that, right? And so also in the movie they have their own Superman, and here I know they haven't put Supergirl as part of the Arrowverse, but she's part of the TV verse. They have their own Superman too. And so I think that's the reason why the TV verse has Justice Society of America instead of Justice League, because the movie verse has Justice League. They pretty much took Justice League, so we can't have that. So the TV shows end up having Justice Society. And it's also like with the Suicide Squad. Remember, the Suicide Squad had its own movie in the movie verse, and which is why in Arrowverse, the TV verse, we don't see Suicide Squad anymore. Like, we saw a lot of it. Remember, Amanda Waller was on Arrow, and she had her own Suicide Squad with Deadshot and everything, but there was an episode where they apparently killed off Deadshot, remember? When they teamed up with Cupid, they apparently killed off Deadshot. Amanda Waller got shot in the head. So, and there's like no hints of Suicide Squad left anymore. Like, they just pretty much disappeared from the Arrowverse, TV verse. Literally right before Suicide Squad movie premiered, right? So, now we can't have Suicide Squad because they have their own movie. So, anyway, apparently this Legends of Tomorrow group, it's pretty awesome because this Justice Society of America that will be in the Arrowverse in Legends, the characters that are gonna be there are Our Man. Hang on. I'm gonna like try to get as many of the characters as possible. Hang on. Where are they? Our Man, Obsidian, Stargirl. We already knew about Vixen because we heard about the casting, but the fact that they had Stargirl, which is one of my favorite Golden Age superheroes, especially in sorry, I'm trying to get as many of the characters as possible here. Hang on. Stargirl, Vixen, Doc N, Our Man, Obsidian, Stargirl, Vixen, Dr. Midnight, and Commander Steel, which I thought was pretty funny considering that we ended up with Citizen Steel, because like I said, in Legends, Nate Haywood in the comic books is actually gone by the name of Citizen Steel, and the cool thing is, what you call it? Hang on, Nate. Like I said, Nathan Haywood is the grandson of Henry Haywood, and Henry Haywood is in fact Commander Steel. So basically, what we got here, Nate Haywood, literally, who is Citizen Steel in the comic books, is literally going to ran into his own grandfather, Commander Steel, by the end of the episode, which I thought was freaking awesome, right? And we got Our Man, whose real name, I believe, is Rex Tyler. We all know Rex Tyler, guys. Our Man. Obsidian's real name is Todd James Rice. We've got Stargirl, who is one of my favorites, Courtney Whitmore. Vixen, who is one of my favorites, but this Vixen, we already saw Vixen on Arrow, but this Vixen's completely different. I believe this Vixen might be the grandmother, because the Vixen we know from Arrow, her name is Mari McCabe. I believe the Vixen that we are seeing here in Legends is obviously not Mari, but this one might be her grandmother, Amira Jiwe or something like that. And I'm looking forward to seeing that, the grandmother of Mari McCabe, guys. And we also got Dr. Midnight, which is another very well-known Justice Society member. 3 people have taken the name Dr. Midnight. Dr. Charles McNider, Dr. Elizabeth Chappell, and Dr. Pieter Anton Cross. And out of the 3, I think the one in, I don't know who the one in the Legends will be, but I'm only guessing. Obviously, it's not going to be the girl one. So, that leaves either Dr. Charles McNider or Dr. Pieter Anton Cross. And I think it might be Dr. Charles McNider, only because he is the first person to be Dr. Midnight. So, anyway, I'm looking forward to seeing Justice Society of America, mainly because we've got Our Man, Commander Steel, Obsidian, Stargirl, Vixen, and Dr. Midnight. Vixen being the grandmother of Mari McCabe, who is the obviously most well-known Vixen. and Commander Steel, who is Nate's grandfather in the comics, so I can't wait to see that interaction, especially considering, you know, they pretty much cornered the team. And I was gonna make this a 1.5 video, but apparently now this is a part 2. So anyway, look forward to that, because this week, which is October 20, will be the second episode of Legends of Tomorrow Season 2, and I love the fact that, it's literally titled The Justice Society of America, so I am looking very much forward to that. But anyway, see you guys soon, and today is Supergirl, episode 2, which is titled The Last Children of Krypton, which is today. And then Tuesday will be episode 3 of season 3 of Flash, titled Magenta. Wednesday will be episode 3 of Arrow season 5, titled A Matter of Trust. And so I am looking forward to that, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.